Hey there, everyone. Dr. Beth Westie here, and I wanted to talk quick about hormones and stress and herbs that you can use to target them specifically. So these are just suggestions, some things to try if you haven't tried them. There's a lot of different ways to get these in. You may find that a different type of supplement is more helpful than another. I'm going to show you some powders, but I also have these same herbs in capsules, in tinctures, in liquid form, all these things. And you might be thinking, gosh, that seems a little overkill. Do you really need them in all the things? A lot of times I have them around to use in different forms. So I stay consistent. When things are in a powder, I'll use it, in a shake or something like that. The easiest way for me to be consistent is honestly either a liquid or a tincture. So I can talk more about different ways to get herbs and supplements in and what's the most helpful for your system. If you want, just leave me a comment below or send me a message that, yeah, that would be awesome. Talk more about how your body uses supplements or what's the best way to get things in. Because sometimes it can get annoying to take a ton of capsules. Yes. But these herbs are some of my favorite things and that I recommend a ton for women because they're so helpful. So the first one here that I'm going to talk about is ashwagandha. Ashwagandha root. Ashwagandha root. It's also called Indian ginseng. This is a very commonly Ayurvedic herb. This is my favorite one. It's my favorite because it has a ton of properties for your nervous system and your endocrine system, meaning it helps calm down your brain from that stress response, as well as helping your endocrine system, helping your hormones. So this is great for estrogen, progesterone, thyroid hormone. This is really helpful. And this has been used for thousands of years all over the place. But this is a powder. I do have this in a capsule, in a liquid, all different ways to get it in tincture, all different ways to get it in. I do like this brand. This is a brand I just like that I use. I get a lot of my seeds there for seed cycling. If you're not sure what seed cycling is, go to my YouTube channel, Dr. Beth Westie, and look at my seed cycling videos where I talk about that, as well as talking about how to eat for your cycle, everything for hormones, right? But this is a really great thing to add in, and this company is fantastic. They have really high quality organic products at a reasonable cost. So that's ashwagandha for your nervous system and your hormones. Yes, it does it all. It's like the big guy there. Um, and then there's Schissandra. Again, this is another powder, and this is organic. Usually, you just need like a tiny bit of these. But the difference of taking it in a powder versus a capsule or liquid or something like that is that oftentimes they're not that tasty. It's like, yeah, I'll let you decide for yourself, right? But that's where being consistent is helpful. Yes. But Schissandra is wonderful because it really helps not only your immune system, it helps your nervous system and helps your body calm down. This also helps increase your energy and stamina and your mental focus. That's the cool thing about this is this one does both. If you're like, gosh, I feel like I'm anxious and wound up and like, oh my gosh, but I'm so tired that I don't have energy to do stuff. Boom. This one right here, super helpful. This one doesn't target hormones specifically, but for that up and down that you have throughout the day, or if you're like, gosh, I really need to get things going, but my brain is all over the place and I'm exhausted, this is such a fantastic thing to layer in, and you're going to notice some great benefits from that. That's Schissandra. Rishi. Now, Rishi is not necessarily just an herb. This is a mushroom, red Rishi powder. Rishi is actually not a very common mushroom, but the benefits of this are amazing. This is fantastic for your brain, for your memory, for your thought process, all of those things. So that's one of the things I really love this for. They call it the longevity mushroom. Okay. I mean, maybe if it helps your brain, you get smarter and then you live longer. I don't know, maybe. But this is really fantastic. I know a lot of times they talk about the immune system and mushrooms. There's a lot of immune boosting properties to mushrooms, but this one specifically is helpful for brain function, brain fog, and stress. Yes, fantastic. There's also other products that will have this in there. Sometimes they make coffee with herbs or adaptogens in it, stuff like that. Oh, it's for your brain. Sure. Yeah. Just make sure you're getting a good serving of it. If you're using something like that as a nice booster, awesome. Great. But this, make sure you're getting a whole good serving of it to really have it pack the punch that it needs to. And then last but certainly not least is maca. Maca. This is, again, there's different formats of it. This one says gelatinized, which it removes a lot of the starches and things like that. So again, this is a really great format to just add to shakes or things like that to process, digest, absorb. And this is really helpful for energy, stamina, and your endocrine system. Testosterone specifically is really helpful. So if you have androgen issues, low libido, stuff like that, this is really, really helpful for that. Yeah, so just some of my favorite things to layer in, add in. I got really excited about my adaptogens tonight after helping my 8th grader with her algebra. I appreciate teachers so much right now. Oh my God. Anyway, so here we go. These are my favorites, some of my favorites. And if you're wondering, oh, is this right for me? Do I take all of them? Do I take some and not others? It depends. It depends on what you would need. It depends on where you're at, where you're going, what your goals are, and what your system is currently dealing with, right? Again, if you're like, oh yeah, I need a lot of energy, but I have a lot of stress in my life, it might depend on a different combination of these things. Some women, they function really, really well off of all of them, and some don't. So it really does depend on your body, your system, and what you would need. Yeah. Other resources I have for you besides my YouTube channel and my podcast, which is the Female Health Solution. I have my books, The Female Fat Solution and Female Menopause Solution. These are on Amazon. I talk all about how to eat for your cycle and how to eat for menopause. So let me know if you guys have questions. Let me know if this is helpful, if you want me to do more stuff like this, talking about herbs specifically and what they do. Yeah, and again, I'm more than happy to do a whole video on how to get herbs in most efficiently and effectively and how your body can process them. Yes. So that's what I got for you guys tonight. Let me know if there's anything else. Otherwise, I will see you later.